Right, let's get onto the video game playing bit.
Oh, that's what we're here for. Right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty crazy. Crazy. This is, in fact, about playing a video game.
I forgot it was a game.
I mean, not that I'm going to be playing the damn thing until 9.1.5 comes out. Or for a bit of transparency, maybe we should talk about this, because I don't know if we're going to do a, like, my guild quit, WoW. You know, one of those dramatic videos. I mean, maybe we could, who knows. But our guild has mostly quit WoW, with the intent of coming back, I think, in 9.1.5.
Taking a break, I think, is a better way to put it.
We all want to get curve this tier, but basically none of us are enjoying the sludge outside the raid. We're just not wanting to do it, and people, the will is not there. So really we are replacing Guild Raid Night with Guild Game Night. We're going to work out some other games for us all to play. And what's been really cool, and I think this is what is a testament to a really, really strong guild, is no one's quit. Because sometimes, you know, that will happen in a guild, and people will say, hey, well, look, I had a lot of fun over here, but I really do want to raid in World of Warcraft, so I am going to have to move on to another place. Nobody in the guild has said that, which is great, because it's a really, really cool bunch of people. And now, instead of it being WoW Raid Night, it's going to be WoW Game Night. And we all do intend to come back for patch 9.1.5. But the bit that should give Blizzard a little bit of a spook is there might be a Mythic Plus group who decides to go play Destiny 2 or Warframe or something. And or FF or, you know, any other game that exists. And what happens if 9.1 kind of comes out and they're like, actually, we're quite happy, so we're just going to keep on going over here and not come back? That's the spook of any time you do what is called churn. And I would say anyone here, if you want to understand the business model of all of this is actually a really good thing. Understand the SaaS business model. SaaS, right? What WoW is GaaS, games as a service. There's a difference, though. Our Notion subscription, because we run our company through Notion, right? Now, Notion ain't selling cosmetics.
No, they are.
I cannot, I'm not buying a paid theme for Notion. Because imagine a situation where Notion was able to double down on optional cosmetics and forego the basics of its product. That could be a way for them to overcome user churn within their business model. So churn is the one thing that will kill SaaS businesses, that's software as a service, right? So imagine, Slack, Monday.com, Microsoft Teams. Your churn rate is basically like, the people that you're losing, right? The subscribers that you're kind of burning through. And churn rate is one of the things that will kill a company like that. And the thing with World of Warcraft is, not WoW, it's actually not fair just to say WoW. The thing with like modern video games is that you can overcome your churn rate by doubling and tripling down on your most high value customers. Now, in a way, you can do that. Like, let's just say Notion decided to completely deprioritize a user like us and completely prioritize an enterprise users. That could be a way where we could lose out. But it doesn't seem like that's happening with most of the SaaS products that we use as a business. But when you look at games, you do see some games that are able to actually experience user decline and a lot of churn. But then through innovations in business model, we just call it that, all nice and, slick.
Willing.
yeah, man. You can overcome that. So that's just why I would say, absolutely evaluate the health of World of Warcraft as a business by your total revenue. But evaluate the health of World of Warcraft as a game by your churn rate. Those are going to be different things. And, maybe it's just the case where it's like people who, are, just purely in the sort of game design bubble are not going to be thinking about things like that. But it's something you should think about, like, what is that churn rate?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing where if they're not operating for user satisfaction, user longevity, that'll happen by default. But I think, and this is something I very, very slightly get into in an upcoming video, but that actually raises a very, very good point about something Blizzard should be utterly terrified of, and they have done nothing to counter it. To be fair, I think it might be like almost uncounterable, but think about what used to keep World of Warcraft together in its worst times, and that used to be guild stuff. That used to be communities. That used to be the social fabric. The social fabric of World of Warcraft used to be a very, very strong part. It's what kept people coming back whenever, they weren't too happy with Cataclysm, but their guild was there for Mists of Pandaria, stuff like that. You lapse for a patch, but then your guild give you a shout and go, hey, this raid's really fun. Do you want to come back? that doesn't happen anymore because guilds aren't always just guilds. I mean, some of them still are, especially goal-oriented guilds. They'll be less community focused. So like I imagine like a mythic guild, if someone churns, the social fabric's just gone. But now you've got, in like our situation, where we aren't incentivized to play World of Warcraft for social reasons anymore. Because all of those social connections exist in Discord and are now outside of the game.
Yeah, we're not a guild.
Yeah.
We're a Discord server.
Yeah. We're a group of friends, not a guild. That's how it works. Sure, we have a name like a guild does, but that's fundamentally like a structure as well to an extent. But, you know, that's the thing that Blizzard have not been aware of and not been countering. Because obviously the communities project largely failed as far as I understand. And they kind of didn't do anything about that. They haven't done anything with guilds to make them, you know, want to stay in them, want to be in them. So it just means that if you don't keep those players in your game, you will see the rate of people coming back will be substantially lower than it was in the past because that reason doesn't exist and they've done nothing to stop it. Yeah. As to whether they can or not, that's something for, you know, their best social psychologists to work on.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you know, game designers to an extent, because user satisfaction is a way to keep players, not necessarily groups. So that's one thing that they should genuinely be terrified of, and I think it'll be the very sudden end of World of Warcraft in a way that they don't expect. Where suddenly, especially now, I've seen so many guilds fall apart.
Yeah.
And if guilds are falling apart, then those people are largely gone. But it's just the idea of them. It's the idea of guilds moving out as a unit,
Well, like
instead of losing some people here and there.
Warlords of Draenor shattered my guild of multiple years.
Yeah.
And honestly, for me, that like kind of half fucked the Legion expansion for me.
Yeah.
And what saved like me playing WoW is our current guild. 100% our current guild.
Yeah.
Now, we all intend to come back for 9.1.5, but make no mistake, you have churned our entire guild.
Yeah. And now there's a chance that...
And what they actually need too is a conception of paying but inactive churn. They need to look at that. Because they can't see the people who are on a 6-month sub and think that that's not a churned user if they haven't played in 4 months.
Yep. Yeah.
That's another very important thing when it comes to like thinking about the metrics for World of Warcraft.
Yeah. So to me, it's just this idea of our guild can now leave the guild. We can still have fun with each other in other games, which is a lot different to someone leaving a guild, going outside of the World of Warcraft, not having the social connection to enjoy another game, and then gravitating back to where they felt happy and comfortable, which was in the community. But now that's largely gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already sort of happened where so many of our World of Warcraft guild are enjoying playing FF, enjoying playing other games with people in the same community who left the game ages ago. And that's something that I think Blizzard really need to do something with, think about their game overall with. I don't know if I can do anything.
Yeah, that's it. You find all the Tom and Manos of the world and take them out. Because those are the two guys in our guild who are like the tip of the Final Fantasy spear.
Yep, for sure.
And, you know, even people like take John.
Yeah.
John was like 100%. I'm not going to, screw this weeb shit. And like, I can say this because he tweeted it, a few days ago. And he's 100% convert. And it's like, you managed to have a situation where somebody who was like completely anti-weeb shit was able to flip. And you're like, oh boy. Whoa.
Yep. And that's the power of a community that was started in World of Warcraft and will continue outside of World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Which, for us as like humans who want to play games and have fun with other humans, this kind of makes no difference. We're all just going to be, it might be a different game, might be a different thing, but we'll be getting a lot of that same social fun. And that's where they have to watch out.